One habit can change your life. Just one habit is enough. You don't need everything figured out. You don't need perfect timing. You just need to start. One decision. What you do daily defines you. Not what you say, not what you plan. Your habits are building your future. Quietly, slowly, every single day, whether you see it or not. Right now, you are becoming someone. Through your actions, through your choices. Every small habit is a vote. A vote for who you are becoming. A vote for your future. And those votes add up. Most people ignore this. They chase motivation. They chase hype. They start strong, then they stop. They promise themselves change. But they break that promise, again and again. And slowly, they lose trust. Not in the world, but in themselves. Because when you break your word, you weaken your identity. You start believing you can't change. That's where people give up. But you're still here. That means something inside you is alive. That fire hasn't died. It's just buried under bad habits, under comfort and delay. But it's still there. And all it takes is one habit to bring it back. Not 10 habits, not everything at once. Just one thing done daily, without excuses. That's how you rebuild. It won't feel easy. It won't feel natural. Your mind will resist. It will tell you to stop. It will try to pull you back. But that's the test, because growth feels uncomfortable. Go. Change feels difficult. You have to push anyway. You have to act anyway. You have to show up anyway, no matter how you feel. Because discipline is not a feeling. It's a decision you repeat daily. You don't wait to feel ready. You don't wait to feel motivated. You move regardless. That's what winners do. They don't rely on emotion. They rely on habits. And those habits build power. They build focus. They build confidence from the inside. So start small, but start strong. Choose one habit today. Protect it with everything. Don't break it, no matter what. Because that one habit will change how you think. It will change how you act. It will change how you see yourself. It will change your life, one step at a time. So stop waiting. Stop overthinking. Start now. Start small, but don't stop. That's the difference. And when you look back, you'll realize something powerful. It wasn't luck. It wasn't chance. It was that one habit that changed everything. So say it with me. I take control. I build discipline. I change my life. One habit at a time. And I don't quit. No matter what. No matter how hard it gets. Because I know this is how I win. This is how I rise. This is how I become unstoppable. You say you want to change your life, but your habits say something else. You want success, but you choose comfort. You want growth, but you avoid effort. You want results, but you delay action. And that's the conflict. Because what you want and what you do are not the same. Your dreams are big, but your daily actions are small and not in the right direction. That's why you feel stuck. You don't lack potential. You lack consistency. You don't lack talent. You lack discipline. You lack control over your habits. And discipline is everything. Because motivation fades. Energy drops. Feelings change. But discipline stays. Discipline is showing up tired. Discipline is working when you don't want to. Discipline is doing it anyway. No excuses. And that's where most people lose. Not in the beginning, but in the middle. When it gets boring. When it gets repetitive. When results don't show. They quit. They stop because it's not exciting anymore. They stop because it feels hard. They stop because they don't see progress. But that's the moment that matters most. Because success is built in silence, in repetition, in boring, consistent effort, not in hype. The problem is, you want results without becoming the person. You want success without building the habits, without building the discipline. And that's impossible, because success is not something you get. It's something you become. You become focused. You become consistent. You become disciplined through daily habits. Not once, not sometimes, every single day. Even when no one is watching, even when no one is praising you, even when no one cares, you keep going. That's what builds you. That's what separates you. Because anyone can start, but very few can continue. And continuing is where winners are made. So ask yourself, when it gets hard, what do you do? Do you stop? Do you delay? Do you make excuses? Or do you push? Because that answer defines your future. You say you want to win, but do you act like a winner? Winners don't negotiate with their feelings. They don't wait for motivation. They don't depend on mood. They depend on discipline. And discipline is built in the small moments. Waking up when the alarm rings. Starting when you don't feel ready. Continuing when it's uncomfortable. That's the work. And it's not easy. It's not supposed to be. Because easy doesn't change you. Easy doesn't build you. Easy keeps you the same. Comfort is dangerous because it feels safe, but it keeps you stuck. It slowly kills your growth. It slowly kills your ambition. It slowly kills your potential. And you don't even notice until it's too late. So you have to fight it. Every single day, you have to choose discomfort. You have to choose growth. You have to choose growth. You have to choose discipline. Over and over again. Because every time you choose comfort, you stay the same. But every time you choose discipline, you evolve. Even if it's small. And those small changes stack up. They build momentum. They build confidence. They build identity. And identity is everything. Because once you see yourself differently, you act differently. You don't hesitate. You don't overthink. You just move. Because that's who you are now. But it starts with proof. And proof comes from action. You can't think your way into confidence. You can't wish your way into discipline. You have to earn it. Through repetition. Through consistency. Through showing up daily. Even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. Because that's where growth lives. On the days you don't feel like it. On the days you want to quit. On the days everything feels heavy. Those are the days that matter. Those are the days that define you. Anyone can be strong on good days. But real strength shows on bad days. When your energy is low. When your mind is tired. When your motivation is gone. And you still move. That's power. That's discipline. That's what builds winners. So stop waiting to feel ready. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. There is only now. There is only action. And the sooner you understand that, the faster you change. Because life doesn't reward intention. It rewards action. It rewards consistency. It rewards discipline. It rewards those who don't quit. So decide, right now, who are you going to be? The one who talks, or the one who does? The one who waits, or the one who acts? The one who quits, or the one who finishes? Because you can't be both. You can't live in comfort and expect growth. You can't avoid discipline and expect success. You can't stay the same and expect change. So choose. And once you choose, commit. No excuses, no delays, no negotiation. Just action, every day. Because one habit, done with discipline, will take you further than motivation ever could. And once you master that, everything changes. There comes a moment in your life when everything feels heavy. Not physically, but mentally. Not outside, but inside. A weight you can't explain. And it drains you. You wake up tired. You move without energy. You try to focus, but your mind keeps drifting. You try to push, but something holds you back. That's the breakdown. It's the moment where excuses feel real. Where doubt feels louder. Where quitting feels easy. And most people, they stop here. They say it's too much. They say they're not ready. They say it's not for them. And they walk away. But what they don't understand is this is the moment that matters most. This is the test. Not when it's easy, but when it's hard. Because pain reveals your truth. It shows you who you really are. Not who you pretend to be, but who you are under pressure. And that truth is uncomfortable. You see your weaknesses. You see your habits. You see the patterns that have been holding you back, that have been keeping you stuck. And it hurts. Because now you can't ignore it. You can't pretend anymore. You have to face it. And facing yourself is the hardest battle. No distractions, no excuses, just you and the truth. And in that moment, you have a choice. Run from it or rise from it. Most people run. They escape into comfort. They distract themselves. They avoid the pain. But nothing changes because you can't fix what you refuse to face. But you're still here. That means something inside you refuses to quit. Even if it's small. Just a week. It's still there, that fire. That voice that says, there's more for you. But this is not your final version. And that voice is your power. Because even in your lowest moment, you still want to rise. That's strength. But strength alone is not enough. You need action. You need to move even when it feels impossible. Even when it hurts. His pain is part of growth. It's not your enemy, it's your teacher. Every failure teaches. Every struggle builds. Every hard moment is shaping you. Preparing you for something bigger. But only if you let it. Because pain can do two things. It can break you, or it can build you, and the difference is your response. Do you give up, or do you grow? Do you stop, or do you push? Because pushing changes everything. Not instantly, not magically, but slowly, step by step, action by action, decision by decision, you rebuild. Stronger than before, more aware, more disciplined. Because now you understand that comfort lies. You understand that pain teaches. You understand that growth requires struggle. And that awareness changes you. You stop running, you stop hiding, you face it. Every fear, every doubt, every weakness, and you attack it, one step at a time. Because that's how comebacks happen, not in one big moment, but in small decisions, repeated daily. You show up, even when it's hard. You work, even when it's boring. You push, even when it hurts. And slowly, you rise, not the same person, but a stronger one, a sharper one, a more focused one, a more dangerous one. Because now, you've been tested, you faced yourself, you felt the pain, and you didn't quit. That changes everything, because now you know you can handle it, you can survive it, you can grow through it. And that confidence is powerful, because once you realize that nothing can break you, you become unstoppable. And that's the comeback. Not just returning, but transforming into someone stronger, someone disciplined, someone focused, someone who doesn't quit, no matter what. So when you feel that pain again, and you will, don't run, don't hide, face it. Because that pain is not there to destroy you. It's there to build you. And if you embrace it, if you use it, it will take you further than comfort ever could. That's the truth. And once you understand it, you'll never be the same again. At some point, you have to choose one habit. Not everything at once, not a complete life reset. Just one thing, one habit. Because real change doesn't happen in chaos. It happens in focus. It happens in repetition. It happens in simplicity. That's the truth. Most people fail because they try to change everything. They wake up one day, full of energy, full of motivation, and they say, I'll fix my whole life. I'll wake up early. I'll work out. I'll read. I'll eat clean. I'll stay focused. Everything. All at once. And for a few days, it works. They feel powerful, they feel in control, but then reality hits, energy drops, motivation fades, and suddenly it feels heavy, it feels overwhelming, and they stop. Not because they're weak, but because they tried too much, too fast, without a system, without a foundation. And that's why they go back to old habits, back to comfort, back to the same life, and the cycle repeats, again and again. But winners, they do something different. They don't try to change everything. They choose one habit, one simple action that they repeat daily, no matter what. And that habit becomes their foundation. Because when you master one habit, you build control, you build discipline, you build consistency, and that changes everything. But listen carefully, the habit you choose matters. It can't be random, it can't be weak, it has to move you forward. Even if it's small, because small actions repeated daily become powerful, stronger than motivation, stronger than hype, stronger than intention. Because habits don't rely on feelings, they rely on action. And action builds identity. You don't become someone new by thinking. You become someone new by doing every single day. That's how identity forms, not in one big moment, but in small repetitions. So when you choose one habit, you're not just doing an action, you're building a new version of yourself, slowly, quietly, but permanently. And that's the goal. Not temporary motivation, not short-term energy, permanent change through one habit. But here's the challenge. That habit will test you. It will feel uncomfortable. It will feel annoying. It will feel difficult, especially in the beginning, because your mind resists change. It wants comfort. It wants easy. It wants familiar. And your habit goes against that. That's why it feels hard. That's why you want to quit. That's why you start making excuses. I'll do it later. I'll start tomorrow. It's not that important, but it is. It's everything. Because that one habit is your breakthrough. And if you break it, you stay the same. But if you protect it, you change your life. That's the difference. So understand this. It's not about doing it perfectly. It's about doing it consistently. Even when it's messy, even when it's not perfect. You still show up, because showing up is what builds you. Not perfection, not intensity, consistency, daily action, no matter what. And once you understand that, everything becomes simpler. You stop overthinking. You stop planning too much. You focus on one thing, one habit, and you lock in every single day. No excuses, because now, you know, this is the path. This is the system. This is how change happens. And you're not going back. Now it becomes a battle, not outside, but inside. A battle with your mind, a battle with your habits, a battle with your comfort. And it's real. Because every time you try to stay consistent, something inside you pulls you back, tries to slow you down. That voice, the one that says, skip today, you deserve a break. It's not that serious. You can do it tomorrow, and it sounds convincing. It feels logical. It feels normal. But it's dangerous because that voice is not helping you. It's holding you back. It's keeping you stuck. It's protecting your comfort. It's killing your growth. And most people, they listen to it. They give in. They delay. They stop. And they don't even realize what they just did. They didn't just skip a habit. They broke a pattern. They weakened their discipline. They lost momentum. They lost trust in themselves. And that loss is bigger than it looks. Because every time you break your word, you teach yourself that you don't follow through, that you don't stay consistent, that you can't rely on yourself. And slowly, that belief becomes real. Not because it's true, but because you repeated it again and again through your actions. That's how identity forms, not from what you say, but from what you do. So if you keep quitting, you become someone who quits. If you keep delaying, you become someone who delays. If you keep breaking your habit, you become someone who can't stay consistent. That's the danger. And that's why this matters, because this is bigger than one habit. This is about who you are becoming every single day. Through one decision, show up or don't, do it or skip, stay consistent or break the chain. And every time you choose, you're building your identity, strong or weak, disciplined or distracted, focused or lost. And that's the truth. No one talks about because it's uncomfortable, because it's your responsibility, not luck, not timing, your choices. And that means something powerful. It means you're in control, even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it's hard. Even if your mind is fighting you, you still have the power to choose differently, to act differently, to become different. And it starts with one moment. That moment when you don't feel like it. That moment when it's hard. That moment when you want to quit. That's the moment that matters, not the easy days, not the motivated days, the hard ones. Because easy days don't build you. Hard days do. The days you show up even when you're tired. The days you act even when you don't feel like it. The days you push even when everything inside says stop. Those are the days that change you. That build discipline, that create identity, that prove you are different. Not by words, by action. Because action is truth. And once you start winning those moments, everything shifts. You feel stronger. You feel in control. You feel in control. You feel capable. Because now you're not reacting, you're deciding. And that's power. Real power. Not loud, not flashy, quiet, but unstoppable. Because now you're not controlled by comfort. You control your actions. And that changes everything. Because once you control one habit, you realize something. You can control more. You can push further. You can go longer. You can stay consistent, and that belief starts to grow. Stronger every day, through repetition, through discipline, through showing up, again, and again, and again, and again. And that's how you win. Not by doing everything, but by mastering one habit, even when it's hard, especially when it's hard. Because that's where you're built, that's where you grow, that's where you become someone new, and then something changes, not outside, inside. It's not loud, it's not dramatic, but it's real. You feel it. That resistance starts to weaken. That voice in your head gets quieter, loses control. And your actions start to lead. You don't argue anymore. You don't negotiate. You just do it. Because now you've done it enough times. You've shown up. You've stayed consistent. You've pushed through even when it was hard, even when you didn't feel like it. And that repetition built something inside you. Not motivation, not temporary energy. Discipline, real discipline. The kind that doesn't depend on mood. The kind that doesn't break easily, the kind that stays, no matter what. And once you feel that, you realize something powerful. You're not the same person anymore. The old version of you would have quit by now, would have delayed, would have made excuses, but not you, not anymore. Because now, you trust yourself, you trust your actions, you trust your discipline, you trust the process. And that trust is everything. Because when you trust yourself, you stop doubting, you stop overthinking. You stop hesitating. You act without fear, without delay, because you've proven something, not to the world, to yourself, that you can stay consistent, that you can keep your word, that you can build discipline through one habit, and that proof changes your identity. You don't say, I'm trying to change. You say, I'm changing. You don't say, I hope I stay consistent. You say, I am consistent. You say, I am consistent. Because now it's real. It's not a goal. It's not a plan. It's who you are. And that's the shift from effort to identity, from trying to becoming, from starting to sustaining. And once you reach that level, everything becomes easier. Not because life is easy, but because you are stronger, more focused, more disciplined, more in control. Because now you've built a foundation through one habit, and that foundation can't be shaken easily. Because it's built on repetition, it's built on consistency, it's built on proof, daily proof, that you show up, that you don't quit, that you don't go back, and that makes you dangerous. Because now, you're not guessing, you know you can do hard things, you know you can stay consistent. You know you can change, and that belief opens doors, it pushes you forward, it drives your actions, it strengthens your mindset, and it all started with one habit, one decision, one action, repeated daily, no shortcuts, no tricks, just discipline, just consistency, just showing up again and again and again until it became part of you. And now you're different, not temporarily, permanently, because you didn't just do the habit, you became the habit, and that changes everything. You think you need more motivation, but what you really need is control. Control over your actions, control over your time, control over your habits. That's power, because without control, nothing stays consistent. You start, but you don't finish. You plan, but you don't execute. You promise yourself, but you don't follow through. And that breaks you, not physically, mentally. Because every broken promise weakens your belief, weakens your confidence, slowly, until one day, you stop believing in yourself. You stop trusting your own words. You stop taking your own goals seriously. And that's dangerous, because once self-trust is gone, everything feels harder. You hesitate. Hence, you overthink, you delay, you doubt, you stay stuck, and it all comes back to one thing: lack of control. But here's the truth. Control is not built overnight. It's built through repetition, through discipline, through one habit that you refuse to break. Because when you control one habit, you prove something. You prove that you can show up. You prove that you can stay consistent. You prove that you can follow through. And that proof changes everything. Because now, you're not guessing. You're not hoping. You can do it. Because you've done it again and again and again. Through one habit. And that builds confidence. Not fake confidence. Not temporary hype. Real confidence built through action. Built through consistency. Built through discipline. And once you feel that, you want more, not more habits, more control. Because control feels powerful, it feels stable, it feels real. And most people never experience it, because they never stay consistent long enough. They start, they stop, they repeat the cycle. But you broke that cycle through one habit, and now you understand. You understand that control is everything, because when you control your habits, you control your day. When you control your day, you control your life. And it starts small. One habit done daily, no matter what. That's the system. That's the foundation. That's how you take control. Not through big changes, not through motivation, through consistency, through discipline, through repetition of one habit that you never break. This is the final stage where everything connects, not random anymore, not confusing anymore. Everything makes sense because of one habit, one decision that you repeated daily that built your discipline, that built your control, that built your identity. And now you see it. You see how something small created something powerful, how one habit changed your mindset, changed your actions, changed your life. Not instantly, but permanently. That's the difference. Because temporary change comes from motivation, but permanent change comes from discipline, from consistency, from repetition of one habit that you refused to break, even when it was hard, even when it was boring, even when no one was watching. You stayed, you showed up again and again and again. And that's what built you. Not talent, not luck, discipline earned daily through action, through consistency, through one habit. And now you become someone else, not the person who starts, the person who finishes, not the person who talks, the person who executes, not the person who dreams, the person who builds. And that shift is everything, because now you don't chase change. Create it. You don't wait for results, you build them. You don't rely on motivation, you rely on discipline, because you've experienced it, you've lived it, you've proven it to yourself through one habit. And that proof changed your belief, changed your confidence, changed your identity. Now you trust the process fully. You don't rush, you don't panic, you don't compare. You focus on your habits, on your discipline, on your growth daily without distraction. Because you know this works. You've seen it, you've felt it, you've built it. You've built it from nothing, from one small step, repeated daily. And now it's your foundation, strong, unbreakable, because it's built on truth, on action, on discipline, on consistency. And that foundation supports everything. Your goals, your vision, your future, all of it, built on one habit that you mastered, that you protected, that you repeated without fail. And now you understand. You understand that life doesn't change when you try everything. It changes when you master one thing, when you stay consistent, when you stay disciplined, when you don't quit. And that's what you did. You didn't rush. You didn't overwhelm yourself. You focused on one habit. And that focus changed everything. So now, there's no confusion. There's no doubt. There's no hesitation. There's only clarity. One habit daily, no matter what. That's the formula. That's the system. That's the path. And it works because you worked, because you stayed, because you didn't break. And that makes you different. Not better than others, but stronger than your past. More disciplined than before. More focused than ever. Because now, you've seen what's possible. You've felt the change. You've become the proof. That one habit can change everything. So from this point on, you don't go back. You don't break. You don't stop. You continue. You build. You grow. One habit at a time. Forever. Because now, you know the truth. And that truth changed your life. Now you understand it was never about everything. Not big goals. Not perfect plans. Not motivation. Just one habit. One action, done every single day. That's what changed you. That's what built you. That's what transformed you. Nothing else. You didn't need more time. You didn't need more time. You didn't need more ideas. You needed one decision that you didn't break, no matter what. And you made it. You stayed consistent. You stayed disciplined, even when it was hard, even when it was boring, even when you didn't feel like it. And that's why you're different now. Not because of luck, not because of talent, because of repetition, because of discipline. Because of consistency through one habit that you protected, that you respected, that you repeated daily, without fail. And that habit changed your mindset. It changed how you think. It changed how you act. It changed how you act. It changed how you see yourself. And that's where everything begins. Because once you see yourself differently, you live differently. You move differently. You decide differently. You act with control. Because now you trust yourself. You trust your discipline. You trust your system. You trust the process. And that trust is everything. It removes doubt. It removes doubt. It removes hesitation. It removes fear. Because now you've proven it to yourself through action, through consistency, through showing up again and again. And that proof built your identity, not something you say, something you are. A person who shows up. A person who stays consistent. A person who doesn't quit, no matter what. And that identity will carry you forward into everything else. Because once you master one habit, you can master more. Not all at once, step by step, without losing control, without going back. Because now, you have the system. One habit, master it, then expand and repeat again and again. And again, that's how you build a life. Not in one big moment, but in small daily actions, repeated consistently. Over time, that's the secret, that's the truth, that most people ignore. But you didn't. You followed it, you lived it, you proved it. And now, you are the result of one habit. So from this point on, you don't overthink, you don't delay, you don't wait. You act daily, consistently, with discipline. Because now, you know, this works. This changes everything. This builds your future. One habit, every day, no matter what. So say it with me, I choose one habit. I stay consistent. I don't break it, no matter what. I build discipline. I build control. I build my life, one habit at a time. And I don't stop. Because this time, I change everything.